Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Pro Cycling Manager 2018 Career Mode, episode number 83. We're into August now, so signings have begun for next season. Of course, we've already done ours, but other teams now as well. Viviani going to Quick Step. Sagan going to Mitchelton Scott. And Lopez going to Ferrandis Willems. Yeah, what? Alrighty. Surprise one right there. That is a massive surprise that team is picking him up. We are in the middle of the Larry H. Miller Tour of Utah. This is one of our sponsor objectives. And while we've had a good start, this will be a tough stage for us to get the results we need to stay on top. Veldeman is currently in first place, but not the favorite on our team or for the overall. 20.6 kilometer time trial. Filippo Ganna is the favorite. Alexander Cohen among the favorites, but there's a definite drop off from those first couple guys, so they are going to gain some time in this one. Lucas Hamilton also in a very good position in third place, and Hamilton is the one that we are riding for in this race. So hopefully Hamilton can put up a good time and stay relatively high on the charts after this stage. All right, it's going to take a little while before we get to our guys. Cohen is the first one up. So our favorite with some sort of chance overall is going to be there. And then a lot of our guys are back-to-back. So Cohen, Swerble, DeVos, pretty much back-to-back. And then Osorio and Conchi are back-to-back. Hamilton and Veldeman are pretty much back-to-back. And all in all, it's only 34 riders between my first and last member of the team, meaning it's going to be a little tough to manage as we go through on this one and set ourselves up, but we're already coming up on it here fairly quickly. Let's go ahead and check out the conditions. It does not sound like we've got a windy day ahead of us. It's only taking 15 minutes. The gaps are not massive, at least from Ramirez on back. We're looking at half a minute among the top riders, and then things get very close. Very little wind, just 5 kilometers per hour. It'll help you going out. It'll be a headwind coming back, but it shouldn't have much of an impact. Let's see those time gaps. So Hamilton, only 6 seconds to the good. So it's not like we're talking about a big margin, but in terms of those that are still in close contention, from 33rd on back, or really 34th on back, we'll count those. That's two of my team guys anyway. We're looking at 419. So the contenders list is relatively small. We should be able to keep most of our guys in a decent position, but throughout the top 30. And with gaps from 45 seconds to a minute and a half, second to 20th, again, we're looking at relatively small gaps. But here we go. Cohen heading out to get us started. Now, we're looking 20K, and he's a 75 today on the time trial. The prologue is a small factor, but it's a 74, so not really any difference there. It's fairly flat. I think we could try pushing a 76. That might be a little strong. Swervel's going to be coming out, and DeVos is going to be coming out here really soon as well. I think we might need to go a little bit softer than a 76. Let's try a 74 on these other guys. Okay, 74 going a little bit better here for Cohen. Little uphill section here. We're going to push harder for that one. Dig in, gain some time here. Mostly downhill after this little climb. Down to a 74. And these guys hold at a 74. Still not convinced that a 74 is the right way to go. You can see Cohen is recovering what he lost. But Swerble and DeVos, I think, are hitting that hill right about now. First time check, second place, 31 seconds. I'm sure it's Burho. No, it's not. It's Ryan Mullen. Got new times coming in that are faster than what's out there. Gage Hecht.
I'm getting reports that the best time has
Sixth.
been whittled still lower.
4K to go, and Cohen's got a little bit left in the tank here. We can push a little harder. And these guys with their 74 is going pretty well. Time checks are going to start coming in. Swerble, 15th, minute 10. DeVos, 18th, minute 15. And Cohen, push to the end, push to the end. A little too much energy left, but he's just about using it up. Second place, 33 seconds. That's good. That's good. Ryan Mullen, the only one ahead of him. Looks like you could almost get away with the 75 through most of this. The downhill towards the end, making that possible. So I think we're going to start pushing 75 on the next group of guys here. Swerble pushing to the end. DeVos, let's do the same. Attack it all the way. 10th place, minute 40. Definitely gaining some time. A little too early on DeVos on that full-on attack, as he is fading now here at the end. 13th, minute 50. Good time so far. Coming up on our next group here in just a moment. Osorio, Conchi, ready to start. Okay, let's try a 75 from the get-go. Conchi looks like they could put up a good time. Conchi was supposed to be my fallback, but didn't lose any time. Never mind. Thought they lost a little bit. Just haven't gained time. Hamilton, Veldeman, not that far away from their time to set out. Ryan Mullen still with the best time. Leknasoon now second. Cohen has dropped to third. He's up and over that hill. And, yeah, only slightly negative. So, yeah, I think the 75. Do you think the 75 will work for us? It looks like we'll be able to balance it out. Osorio through the first check is 18th, a minute 12 behind. That's not a great time. How about Conchi? 4th, 34 seconds.
Whoa, the reference time has just
That's a
been
really
lowered.
good time. And it's almost time for these guys to get going. Hamilton, and you see we're kind of just hanging in there at a 75, so the 75 is good. 75 is good. Okay, attack the final meters. Osorio. And Hamilton getting started. He's not great on time. I should have gone with Conchi. 16th for Osorio. Minute 48. Conchi attacking to the end. 4th place, 40 seconds. That's a good time for Conchi. He might be taking over as team leader here now unless Hamilton can produce a masterpiece, which I'm not so sure about. Same with Veldeman. Both of them can put up decent times and be in the mix. Veldeman does have that 20-second lead over pretty much everyone. Hamilton climbing through here. Let's attack this a little harder. Gain some time here. Gain some time. Okay, back to a 75. Veldeman. We're going to do the same here. Around that corner. Attack this hill a little bit. You've got a good hills rating. Not a good mountain rating, though. the negative condition for Veldman, not helping him, not doing him any favors at all. But Conchi in 5th, Cohen in 6th. Looking good on that front. Gregory Daniel just 5 seconds ahead. Lek Nassoon a little bit further. Ryan Mullen, Ghana, Roskop. But most of these guys are outside of that top 30. Meaning not actually losing anything to having them out in front of me. Hamilton's going to be able to start pushing to 76 towards the end. 10th, 46 seconds down. That's not bad. There's only 2 riders behind him. So we'll see how his time holds up here in a little bit. Eldman should be in pretty good shape, but he is a little bit on the negative side energy-wise. We're going to have to stay at 75 for now. And there we go, 28th, minute 15. So Hamilton keeps 10th, and he's going the right direction. He's catching up to the 4th place guy. He's ahead of the 1st and 2nd place guy. There's the others that are in that 22nd range that he's got to deal with. That top 30 or so. Conchi's one of them. Conchi put in a great time. Conchi could absolutely move into that race lead here. Hamilton attacking to the end. Fades right at the end. 12th place, minute 18. It's not a bad time. It's not a bad time, especially as good of a climber as he is. Feldman's going to run out of energy a little bit early here. I don't think he's going to make it quite to the end. He's over that last little climb. It's already fading. Already fading. .39th, 2:15. Ouch. That one hurt a little bit. But these 4 are all in the top positions, and then those guys are just off that. So we'll see. Roskopf takes the stage over Filippo Ganna and Ryan Mullen. Conchi 6th, Cohen 7th. Good result. But now in the overall, Roskopf was up there on time. I didn't think he was. Roskopf into the race lead. Over Ghana, Lek Nassoon, Daniel, Conchi in 5th, Hamilton in 6th. So we're where we need to be. We are in the top 5. And we still have a very good chance of moving up the order compared to those guys around us at the top of the standings as we hit some actual climbs. So looking at the general now, Roskopf just barely cracking the 70s and no resistance. Ghana, not a good climber, though he has good resistance. Lek Nassoon, same thing. Daniel's not going to do anything. So there you go. The top 2 guys that are good climbers and have a little bit of resistance. Right there. 5th and 6th could still win this race. Craddock could challenge. Svetkov, no. Getman, that's possible. He can contend a little bit. Warbase, not much resistance, but certainly can climb. And then there's Osorio. Really, the next challenger is Osorio. So could we possibly take a 1-2-3 in this race? Depends on how those climbs go. And I certainly doubt that we would take a 1-2-3. But I think we can compete for this win. At this point, we are not too far behind. We're not in bad shape. We're going to head to the midpoint, stage 4 of 7. In pretty good shape. That time trial was our danger point. We came out of it fairly unscathed. Feldman lost too much time, but he was definitely not a favorite. The only reason why he was even a thought was because he was actually wearing the race leader's jersey. But all along I've said he was not the guy. He was definitely not who you were writing for. Now, it was Lucas Hamilton, but Conchi at the same time has the fitness level and is a better time trialist. So kind of riding for both guys right now. Stage 4, Just a sprint. Nothing doing there. Feldman, though, could contest. So I'll see you at the final few K, and we'll see if Feldman can get another stage. Final 15 kilometers. There's a lot of fatigue in the peloton. 70 riders. Plenty of them are tired. Swerble, Cohen, both barely hanging on. A lot of my... Anybody who's not protected is fairly tired. But here's the problem. There's a breakaway of 7 riders who still have 2.5 minutes. I think they are going to end up claiming this stage today. But just in case, we set up Feldman. And he'll have to follow Hamilton and Conchi and Osorio and DeVos to try to get somewhere, to get anything out of this. The pace seems to have come out of the peloton here in the last little bit. But there's damage to some riders out there, and I'd love to see it be somebody up front, right?
The riders are entering the last 10 kilometers of the stage.
These two are not going to last very long, so let's go ahead and set this up. Swerble already starting to go.
A rider is down, and he's not going to be able to carry on. Let's hope it doesn't jeopardize the rest of his season. It looks like the pack has bitten the dust collectively, but the riders would seem to be okay to carry on.
So Swerble continues to slide back, Cohen sliding back.
Entering the last 5 kilometers of the stage.
We're coming up on the end here. And it looks like we are not going to catch these guys. It's 2 minutes. Just have not pulled back enough. 5K to go. $4K to go. Osorio 14th, minute 49 down. I don't want to use all of his energy in this chase.
The strong men are giving their all.
Okay, now Conchi's turn. We'll get Osorio. No. I want you to grab on by DeVos. Where's DeVos? He's right there. It's because you're sprinting, isn't it? No. Oh, that's so weird. Okay, well, it says he's following. Yep, there they go. Scott McGill for the win.
He was able to handle the pressure put on him by his fellow escapees.
Hamilton. And finally, Feldman. He would have been second to Anger. Anger's the top sprinter here. I don't think there's time losses to anybody who mattered. I think the guys in the break were all plenty far ahead. They had big gaps. There are splits. I just don't think any of them will be given, or at least many of them will not. But we'll see. Besides the break, what were the time gaps? Did we create gaps or not?
And here are the race highlights that we've selected for you.
Okay, time gaps. Butler was dropped from the front group, but otherwise they had a minute and a half at the end. And time gaps given after 37th, so 30 riders coming on at the same time. Guaranteed they were not all in that top 30 that had better time compared to everybody else. So there are some time losses out there. Good amount of them. Roscoff's still in the lead. Daniel second. Conchi and Hamilton move up to third and fourth instead of fifth and sixth. So they move up 2 places. Ghana fifth. Craddock getting Osorio into the top 10. Veldeman back up into 11th now. Okay. So of what we had of 30 riders is definitely no longer that 30-30 group. We're looking at Svetkov and below. So we're down to 21, I think, of those various contenders. So we lost about 9 or 10 of them. Okay, more updates. We have Landa going to Lotto NL Jumbo. Sunweb take Arnsman. Okay. Alaphilippe extends, staying with Quickstep. Dennis extends, staying with Lotto Soudal. And Mulan staying with Sunweb. Stage 5, 6, and 7 still remain. 5 is another flat one. And I'm not worried about that. These climbs aren't going to do much. So we'll go straight into stage 6 with the climb. And stage 7 on the flat. So stage 6 will be the decisive one. So here we are on the Queen stage. Exactly 100 riders in the peloton. Chasing a breakaway group of 12 that has a 4.5 minute lead. That's pretty substantial. But with a big climb at the end, still have every chance to bring them back. We do have one more intermediate climb. Not much to it. We're already starting to go uphill for that. As we approach 60k left to go, we're going to need to get water one last time. And wow, that little uphill section. See how quickly that did some damage? I can see the peloton getting smaller relatively soon. 50k to go. We're going to need to get water very soon. Cohen was the one who got it last time, and he's the first one to pop up again. And as we have 1.6k to go to the top, breakaway attacking to get the points here, and we want to go. Let's go get water now, Cohen. Another uphill coming right after this, though, so hopefully he can recover. Ooh, there's a split. No, it's back together. 96 riders, just 4 out the back. So Cohen. Okay, he did make it over the top, and he got water to everyone. Good. Everybody's still near the front. Sprint point coming. Gap's down to 2:49 to the break. Peloton only 6 riders lost so far, though. Ooh, Veldman leads the points by just a couple. No points to be had, though, from here. So as we approach, we've got a little uphill section. Let's go ahead and get over this. And then I've got to figure out what I'm going to do, because we are getting pretty close to the final climb. 23k to go. A little over half of that will be this final climb. It's a big one. And there's a lot of riders that are not good. And just that little hill shrunk the peloton down to 67, just like that. So let's bring it on down and let's figure out what I want to do. I have 2 options. Right now, I have protected riders, and I think I'm okay with staying with these guys like this for a little bit, keeping them near the front. But then as we start to lose a couple guys like Cohen, then we'll start to cover down. And eventually, I want to go train with the riders I have left, but not from the very beginning. The last 5 guys or so. 2 minutes is the gap to the break.
The lead over the pack is dwindling. The pace is really hot, so for the moment, we shouldn't see too many attacks. There are just 15
here's the last false climb before we hit the actual. But over there, last little respite right now. Veldeman, DeVos, Cohen. Cohen's starting to go backwards. Cohen is starting to go backwards. So, right at the base of the climb, Cohen's already going backwards, and the peloton, just like that, just went down to 40. Hamilton is the one that is being protected by Cohen, so that takes care of that. Swerble was the odd man left. Cohen out the back, and yeah, 36 riders in the peloton. Clear gap opening. I'm not sure if any of these guys are going to be able to cover it. Certainly a handful trying, but I think they're too far down.
Another attack. This time it could go all the way.
For a second there, I thought that was an attack, but that was the breakaway. Yes. Yeah, that's the breakaway. But they are attacking and opening up a little gap again. That's okay. No pace in the peloton right now, though. 10K to go. Maybe it's time that I do something, because this is not punishing anyone behind us. So let's pull it out. Hamilton the favorite. Conchi to lead him out. Osorio to lead him out. And then Swerble. And then we have DeVos and Veldeman. And Veldeman, he's a hills guy. He's going to give us a little quick push here. Go 93 for Veldeman. We're going to open this pace up. Chase these guys down. DeVos, use your gel. You're going to be up here pretty soon. 9.7K. Veldeman not doing damage behind him, so he's okay. Now, DeVos is going to go slower because we're going to do our climbers. So we'll ride with Veldeman for a moment as he goes backwards. Get Swerble ready. 29 riders left in the peloton, and 9 more off the back. We're down to 21. And I've got 5 of them. Here comes a big attack from Solomon. Solomon's the threat. So let's go at 92 with Swerble. We want to cover Solomon's attack, but we also want him, there we go, to eat up his energy. And we're down to a group of 6. We have a group of 6. Swerble, Osorio, Conchi, Hamilton. DeVos has been lost. Veldeman, I think I've already covered. Good. And there you go. Solomon's last guy in the group. We left everybody else behind. So, Swerble, we're going to keep an eye on him and see how Solomon is doing, because he is getting the free toe here. And at an 85, this is not hurting us much at all. Swerble hanging in pretty well right now. 5K to go. Get Osorio ready. Okay, 1 rider left off the front. Deliato, last guy there. And there we go. Oh, Solomon's still with us. Solomon is still with us. So Swerble set to auto. 4K to go. Osorio. Let's slow it down a little bit.
The riders are going through a very tough portion with percentages above 10%.
I kind of have no choice here with Solomon. He's coming with me. All I can really do is hope that he attacks. We can open up the gaps behind us, make sure we're clear of everyone else. Speaking of Solomon, what is his time? He is 2 minutes, 16 seconds down overall. So we don't even have to beat him. He can come in with us. Hamilton's already got him beat by a minute. Conchi's got him beat by even more. Osorio has him beat. So I could actually use all 3 guys to the finish here interchangeably. I don't want to go relay though. That's just not good. I'm going to slow down a little bit more. And let's see if Solomon tries to attack us. Okay, Osorio. Let's go to the back of the group. Oh, Conchi too. $1.9K and Hamilton. We're going to use your gel. We're going to attack for Hamilton. We don't want to lose here to this guy. Okay, Hamilton immediately left the other 2 behind, but we can put them on relay with each other. And Hamilton's caught him. Okay, we don't need to beat him, but we do need to hang with him. So Hamilton, hang with him. And you could try to beat him to the stage win. If he's got nothing left, his shoulders are bobbing really bad, worse than yours. So I think Hamilton can take this. 300 meters. 300 meters. And yes, Hamilton's got it. Hamilton for the win. Solomon second. Sorio and Conchi working together. They'll be a minute behind. But this should move them up the order to, well, into basically third and fourth. Big gap behind us. And Swirble's in the next group. Oh, I love it. Good job. Good job. Sprint. What have you got left? Can you get over the line fifth? Can we make it a 1-3-4-5? Looks like we will. Big gap already. 350. Swerble was 7:13 down, though, so he's not going to have a great position. DeVos. Follow Stetna. Feldman next. He's already done. Just go 99.
This climb is feared by many riders. The percentages are
Still has the points jersey. And Cohen. Not sure it's going to kick in time, but we'll see. Oh, it does. It does. It's going to help him move up the order a little bit. .54th. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Now, there's one stage left, but that stage, irrelevant. Stage doesn't mean anything. It's a sprint stage. It will not affect the timings at all for the GC. So we will have the GC locked in here. Hamilton should be the clear leader now. So my guess is we have won. Hamilton by 10 seconds. These guys a minute down, 3:53 here. And the general. Hamilton 1. Conchi hangs on to 2. Solomon up to 3rd. Osorio in 4th. Craddock way behind in 5th. Dombrowski, Orbase, DeVos is 14th. Swerble is 19th. He came up the order a ways. Veldman 24th. Cohen 39th. Points. Still Veldeman. Hamilton 2nd. But I don't think we'll hang on to that one. But the under 25's all over that. And the team. 10:48 in the clear. Oof. And almost 20 minutes to 3rd. Gaviria, Grunewegen extending. Menkes going to Movistar. And like I said, one stage left, but it's on the flat. So it's going to be a big payday for us in points, getting the victory at the Larry H. Miller Tour of Utah. We'll see how these points are after the day is concluded. We'll go ahead and quick sim that final day of it. If Veldeman has a good stage, a good sprint finish, he gets top 3 or so, he might have enough to hang on to that points jersey and get us a few more super prestige points in the process. That'd certainly be ideal. I hope he could do that, but I'm not expecting that he does. What I am fully expecting is that Hamilton easily hangs on, does not lose time, and wins the race. Froome extends, Quintana, Nassen, Terpstra, BMC pick up Haig. Not too many transfers so far, mostly extensions at this point. Here's that final stage. You can see Veldeman just inside the list of favorites. Stage 5 was another sprint and didn't result in anything good for Veldeman on that one. So let's see if today's any better. No, he's not even in the top 10. So Hamilton wins overall. Conchi 2nd. What the heck happened to my 4th place guy? Osorio, withdrawal from 4th place. He has withdrawn from the race. That's not good. It's not good for the points, but it's also not good for the likelihood that something happened. We lost the points jersey as well. But we got what matters. But there's likely going to be an injury here. Let's see how those standings are now looking after that one. As a team, all over those continental standings. 16th in the Super Prestige with 2,962 points. 20 victories on the season. That's going to do it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Be sure to tune in next time as we continue our journey. And hit that like button in the process if you don't mind. And I'll see you next time. Bye for now.